It is back to the basics Thursday here at Petrick Spinal Care. Most people are back in school, students that is. College students have been back for a month. It was Labor Day about a week ago, and so everybody's back to school. And football has started. There's a couple of other training camps, I'm sure, that are underway. And of course, there's high school and college athletics as well. And at the beginning of every season, teachers and coaches always talk about the basics. Now, since what I do here is kind of hard to describe, again, if you think about it, we're doing an invisible sort of thing. I deal with an invisible problem, and that's so confusing, so we have to anchor it down to our principles regularly, and that's what I wanted to do tonight. Now, I always say it's a power problem, or it's an electric problem that I deal with. Think about it. You take two people subjected to the exact same trauma. Maybe it's a car accident. And one person can end up severely injured, and the other person doesn't seem to have any problems whatsoever after that. So what's the difference? Well, the difference is somebody could tolerate, somebody could handle, somebody could adapt to that physical stress, whereas the other person didn't successfully. Force is two things. It's direction and it's depth. Most chiropractors emphasize the depth, and they get the noise oftentimes. Here we don't do that as it relates to the upper neck because we're emphasizing the direction. Very slight force, most of the force is actually going back into my own shoulders, but at some point when I stop adjusting you, the resistance that is locking your spine into that subluxated position is overcome, and then we tap into your body's resilience in order to optimize you, and that's how the integration, did you catch that? ROI? Financial people might call that return on investment. But you think about it, this is one of the most resourceful things that you can do. Tap into your own resilience in order to optimize, and this integrates, connects the brain stem to the cerebellum better, makes your brain function differently, and in fact, that's what causes the difference right away in the tone of the muscles that go all the way down your spine, anchor into your pelvis, thus changing your posture immediately. So let's boil it down to our 5 key principles. Here it goes. Number 1, everybody is born with self-healing and self-regulating properties. Our DNA can stretch to the sun and back multiple times. Number 2, the central nervous system is the master system. Number 3, because of this and due to the amazing design of our bodies, the central nervous system is the only system in your entire body that is fully enclosed by bone. Number 4, because of adaptation limitations, the spine can subluxate or misalign, and it usually does so from a top towards bottom direction. And finally, number 5, in the spine, the atlas and axis vertebrae are the weakest link. They're at the neurologically most important level. And then thirdly, structurally, they're the most different on each side for each person and from person to person. That's why we have to have an accounting for the geometry and the exact alignment from the side, from the front, tailor-made, as well as from the top. Put all that information together so we can give you the best, most specific adjustment imaginable to get the widest spread effect, positive effects throughout the body as possible.